How y'all doing? I'm out here setting up my soon-to-be small game squirrel rifle, whatever you want to call it. This is one of the cheapest semi-autos you can get. Only problem I have with this Mossberg 702 is it is a pain in the ass to load. It holds 25, but it is a pain in the ass to load. I got the setup with fiber optic sights, which I definitely like, so I didn't want to get rid of them. So I went with a high-rise see-through mount. So in theory, the scope shot in like 78, 84 yards, whatever you want to call it. I think it's 84. It's a little high, so I might have to shoot a little lower. And the front sights I have set in for 25 yards, which should also shoot. This should take down a squirrel 50 yards. Now, my dumbass loaded up ammunition I did not test in this. In other words, it might be a little off. When it comes to 22s, they're finicky where they hit. Now, this is all high velocity 40 grain ammo, so I'm thinking I'm going to be close. But I got a can set up at 25 yards and another can set up about 77 yards. But when I step in front of it, I'm going to be a little closer. So let's see what happens here. I believe this is the best squirrel small game setup out there. You want open sights and a scope. You just got to know your yardage. And definitely semi-automatic. In Pennsylvania, we can hunt squirrel, small game, with a 22 semi-automatic. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It might be a fail. If it's a failure on my part for wrong ammunition. All right. Let's see what happens here. Now, one of the biggest problems with a high-rise scope like this is cheek placement. If you got a cheap scope, if you move your head up and down and you see the radical move, you got a problem. Now, this is a Bushnell. This is a cheap Bushnell, but don't matter where I stick my cheek at and I move my head, that crosshair does not move. So even though it looks to be uncomfortable, it still doesn't move. You don't want to be comfortable. You want to be able to hit your target. So I'm going to try open sights first, I guess. That can on that piece of wood there. Let's see what happens. If I miss, I'm going to keep shooting. That's what I got 25 rounds for. Open sights. Yep, getting this there. Now I can bring my cheek back to here, look through the higher sight, see if I can hit that can way down yonder. Oh, you look at that failure. Oh. I think I put one too many rounds in there. Okay. One thing about rimfire, sometimes you have failures. Let's see what happens here. There it is. It took 3 to figure out where it was hitting. Like I said, different ammo. I do believe I loaded this one too many. I do believe I did. Let's just shoot just a little bit more. Let's see if this thing just keeps popping off or not. Like I said, it's a pain to load. It might not be the most accurate firearm out there, but I'll tell you what, I got the setup on this thing, I believe. Close range, and there really isn't no long range for 22s. 100 yards.
set it in at 84, 70 some yards, and know you got to aim higher after that. Because I think 60-inch barrel, most of your 22s start dropping around 84 yards, give or take a yard or two. God bless. Let me know what you think. Bye.